everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Steve here from Life, Liberty, and Adventures. Today's video is going to be a short video about the Bergara B14R chambered in .22 long rifle. I recently purchased this rifle to be a PRS training rifle so I can shoot more and it's going to cost me less for ammo. So I'm going to do a short unboxing video, show you how it's packaged, and we're going to go over some of the specs of it. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Hey folks, so here we are once again at my tactical coffee table. It's a little too cold in my garage, so I am up here today. And what we are going to do is do a quick unboxing of the Bergara B14R. This is the .22 long rifle chambered HMR stocked B14. It's a Remington 700 pattern, and I got the carbon steel barrel. Alright, so first we have an owner's manual with a warranty registration card in it. Has all the safety information and operating instructions. It's got how to do the trigger pull adjustments, cleaning and maintenance, receiver and bolt. HMR stock has some information about that. You can see the aluminum chassis backbone that is from the tip of the forend all the way into the buttstock area. It's a very solid stock that has a lot of adjustment to it, so that's pretty cool. And then there is a nice card from Bergara saying thank you for purchasing this. Here is a nice decal. Not sure where I'm going to put that. That's cool. The bolt is in a little plastic baggie. Gonna get that out. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. There's a couple things I want to talk about there. Comes with one 5-round magazine. Actually, it's not a 5-round magazine, it's a 10-round. I misspoke. It's sized like a 5-round AI pattern magazine that you would use for 308 style cartridges, but this holds 10 rounds in .22 long rifle. So, alright, so because this is the carbon steel barreled version, you can see the stock is mostly gray with black speckling in it. If we start at the buttstock end, it's got some spacers that you can remove to adjust the length of pull from the end of the buttstock to the trigger. It's got a QD flush cup, also a sling swivel stud on the bottom, QD flush cup on the other side as well. It's got some adjustment for the comb height that you can adjust depending on how high your scope is. And it's got a nice palm swell for your hand. The bottom metal has a nice wide magazine release. Again, like I said, this is Remington 700 clone. So the scope bases or one-piece scope base that you use is going to be Remington 700 pattern. Also, the floor plate is a Remington 700 pattern in using the AI style magazine pattern as well. It's got the side tang safety. I mean, it's not the tang safety, but the side safety like just a Remington 700. And on the left side, it's got the bolt release, kind of like some custom actions that have them on the side. If we go down the front, it's got a nice textured side to the forend. It's rather flat on the bottom with 2 sling swivel studs. And then also a QD flush cup on both sides as well. And you don't need that foamy stuff. The muzzle is threaded half 28. for any type of muzzle device that you may want to put on it. So, like I said, this is a 22 long rifle B14, made in Spain. So I'm going to be installing this in a Masterpiece Arms BA Comp chassis and use it for PRS style of training. It's a little bit cheaper to shoot than my competition rifle. But I'm going to shoot this in its current form after I get a scope base installed and put a scope and rings on top. I'm also going to take the swing swivel studs out and put in a rail for the front Picatinny rail, so that I can mount my bipods underneath the forend. So let me grab a minute and I'll go and get my trusty kitchen scale and weigh this guy. Let's go ahead and put the bolt in a while. Again, it's generally not good practice to dry fire a rim fire. I'm not going to do that without some kind of snap cap in. I'm actually going to use just a spent case, but anyway, well, obviously it's unloaded. I don't have any ammo here, but I am going to put the magazine in just so I can weigh this thing as it sits. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay folks, we're back with the trusty kitchen scale. I'll go ahead and turn that on and let it zero itself out. And we'll tare it just to be sure it's zeroed. And I got the Bergara B14R. Got the empty magazine in with the bolt in as well. So we'll go ahead and weigh that and see what we got. It looks like 9 pounds, 6.6 ounces. So for just having a rifle with no scope base, let's see if it stays consistent. 6.6 ounces. 9 pounds, 6.6 ounces. All right. Cool. So give me a second and I will grab my trigger pull scale and we'll check the trigger weight from the factory. All right, we're back with the Wheeler trigger pull scale. And I'm going to check the trigger pull weight on this new Bergara. And like I mentioned before, it's generally not a good idea to dry fire a rimfire rifle without a snap cap or at least a spent casing in it. So I'm actually going to put a spent case in there. All right. Now we're in. Magazine's in. Okay. Let's see what we got. I have not done anything at all to this. Let's hold this differently. £2 right on the nose. Recock it. £2.25. Well, put that back in. We'll do it another couple times. Two 3/8 pounds. I'm going to be replacing the trigger anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it, but for anyone else out there wondering, anywhere from 2 to 2 3/8 of a pound. I'm going to be putting a Trigger Tech diamond in it, so anyway, that's good enough for my purposes. But I'm going to go ahead and fire up the Borescope to check in the bore, and we'll roll some of that footage in now. Okay, folks, so I hope you all can see the camera. I'm going to try and narrate a little bit, but we are inserting the test long Borescope camera into the chamber of the Bergara B14R. So here is the chamber area. I've just run a Borescope through this once just to get the majority of the dirt out, but you can see there's a little bit of it's like maybe a little bit of oil and dust still in there, some dirt maybe. I didn't do a thorough cleaning on it, I just wanted to get the worst of it out from shipping. It's like a nice chamber. I'm gonna go forward a little bit to get to the throat area. Here you can see the rifling starting. You can see the lead and how it's machined away, has a little taper to it. I'm just going to spin the Borescope around and look to see how even the machining is. Looks pretty good. The end of the chamber there in the bottom of the view looks really even. Got a little bit of oil there. Not too concerned about that. Gonna spin it around and gonna go down the barrel a little bit. Let's see what we can see. I don't really see real heavy machining marks, so it's looking pretty good so far. Just gonna travel down, take a peek every once in a while, look around. Not really looking for anything in particular, just taking a look. Looks really nice actually. Should be getting fairly close to the muzzle end soon. There's a little speck of something. It's in the groove, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe dirt. Wouldn't surprise me if there's more dirt that the bore snake couldn't get out. So there is the muzzle end. You can see the crown. A couple specks of dirt on the muzzle end. I don't really see heavy machining marks. There's some, looks like lapping marks, but for a factory barrel, it looks pretty good to me. Comment down below, let me know what you think. There's more speck of dirt or something. It's in the groove anyway, so I don't think that'll affect anything. Here we are back in the chamber area. We'll take another swoop around. Oh, head back to the tactical coffee table. So one other thing I wanted to show you is the Bergara HMR stocks are known for having a little bit of overspray on the stock right above where the action screws go in. So what I'm going to do is pull this action out of here, and you do that by taking these two screws out of the action with a 5/32 Allen wrench. I have a socket adapter on my ratchet. So you loosen these two up, we're going to check to see if there's any paint overspray on our stock. It's likely there is, but pull the bottom metal out, then you should be able to pull the stock right off of the action. And look, there we have paint overspray. There's actually aluminum, I don't know if you can see the outline of it here. There's aluminum pillars right in here that attach to the aluminum skeleton that's inside the frame that's inside the stock itself. So that's part of the chassis. So before I shoot this, I'm gonna remove that paint so that the action is sitting on metal to metal instead of metal paint metal. That's been known to have some accuracy issues for probably every HMR stocked Bergara that I've heard of. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And if you use sandpaper, just go very, very lightly just to remove the layer of that paint. There's really not even much there, but usually acetone will take it too. But anyway, just wanted to show you that.